Away, prosecutors from different jurisdictions, around the world are contemplating engaging their legislative assemblies in a bid to come up with laws that enable them to prosecute a new wave of cybercrime that involves billions of dollars every year, and that being lost under cryptocurrency scams. NTV's Leila Mohammed earlier spoke to the Kenyan Director of Public Prosecutions, Nurdin Haji, and filed this report.
As Africa adopts global technological trends, turning the world into one global marketplace, it has become vulnerable to hunters seeking to rake in millions from the population in cryptocurrency scams.
It's a new crime. The thing with cryptocurrency, the way I have understood it, is that you use the virtual space as your banking facility, and also the virtual space as currency that is exchanged there. As CBK has said, there are no specific laws, but I think these are laws that are going to be developed out of best practices.
Globally, 2021 saw fraudsters cash in on just over $14 billion in cryptocurrency-related crime, a 79.4% rise from the previous years, where $7.8 billion was stolen from individuals seeking to store their money in the digital space. While in East Africa there were no notable illicit cryptocurrency transactions in the same period, those fighting the crime say that despite not being traced, it doesn't mean that it may not already be happening closer to home.
What we've been doing is to be innovative, and we use normal banking laws and financial regulations and legislation, but which might not be very sufficient, because explaining the concept of cryptocurrency itself might not fall under normal currency laws that are there. But these are things that we are trying to understand.
With the trend moving fast in the international criminal underworld, it has found a connection with other crimes like money laundering, human trafficking, smuggling of arms and/or human beings, as well as environmental crimes.
It is a very conducive way of hiding assets and ill-gotten resources. So we really have to be able to catch up, to be able to understand how do we trace it, and how do we then enforce and prosecute those individuals.
In their week-long conference, the International Association of Prosecutors seek to discuss asset recovery from proceeds of such border crimes, how best to ensure extradition of those accused of such crimes, and whether or not it is time to have a unified law covering such crimes where an individual can face justice in whatever jurisdiction he is found culpable of committing such a crime.
But the most important thing is for us, first of all, to understand and have the capacity then to be able to enforce and also prosecute them. And this is what we are doing. And I think there are several proposals before Parliament, and sooner or later we will have our own legislation that governs cryptocurrency.
Haji believes that the best place to start is in the enforcement of already existing environmental laws.
Perhaps this is an area that we are going to raise because it's also new in the sense that Kenya has banned plastics, but Uganda and Tanzania still has. So we will have to see how best to enforce that. But I think the onus falls on us as Kenyans to be able to enforce that.
Over the years, Kenya has engaged with countries like Switzerland, which have been used as hubs for stashing illegally acquired monies or stolen goods. And whilst it has been a gradual process, prosecutors here believe that at the regional level it should be possible to aid governments get back what has been taken from them via an intergovernmental agreement. About 30 prosecutors from different jurisdictions will engage on how best to move forward and curtail such criminal acts that pose a threat on young economies like here in Africa. Leila Mohammed, NTV.